Hey, how you doing? Andy joining you for another lesson today. We're taking a look at Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd. Plenty of cool things happening in this. Now what I'm going to do is run through the bits and then I'm going to give you a backing track to have a run through as well, both full speed and slow speed. So let's dig into it. What chords have we got here? We've got, first of all, D. We've got C add 9, which most people would recognize as being like a G, except with your first and second fingers down a string. In this one, we're going to take off our fourth finger. So we're going to get 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open, 3rd, open. And then we're going to get G. That's it. That's all we need. D, C add 9, G. Now keep your 3rd finger down when you move between those shapes and it'll make it a lot easier to get through. Sweet. Once we've got that, we can then start digging in. What are we going to do with these chords? We're going to do what I call bass and strum. Basically the idea is you're going to play the bass note of the chord, being the lowest pitched note of the chord. In the D, it's going to be that open D string, and then you're going to pick the rest of the chord. Then we're going to do the same thing for our C add 9 there. We're going to reach over and get our bass note on our A string. And then we're going to get the same on the G. We're going to pick the bass note on the E string. Cool. And then you do that again on the G. So let's run through that so far, nice and slow. Now what you'll notice is I'm doing a bit of palm muting there to silence those bass notes. Make them nice and percussive, and then I'm letting the chord ring out from there. Just resting my hand on there just inside from the bridge. You have to experiment to find the sweet spot. You go too far, you won't get a note. So there is our first stage. So this guitar part you find sort of hidden behind all the rest. After that initial guitar intro, it's sort of hiding in there because there's guitar layers going on. So from there we can take it a little bit further. We can do a bit more picking rather than straight chord work. We can take those same chords and we're going to start off the same with our 2 bass notes there. And now we're going to pick back through the B string and the G string. So we're going to get, and then we're going to move over to C and give it the same treatment. We're going to get a bass note, and then again. Great. Then from there we're going to move over to G. And instead of doing that same thing, we're going to get open G note, and then bass, bass, chord. Now you could just get bass, bass, chord, a bass, bass, chord, but that's sort of what I can hear in the original track there, so that's what I've put down. So that would sound like this if we do it slow. Notice I did slight variations there. It's all much of a muchness. If you listen to a live version of this song, you're going to hear lots of variations of how they play it. So don't get too hung up on those tiny little details. First of all, we're going to start off exactly the same as we did in the second version, except we're going to get the open D again on the end. So we got, and now we're going to get, instead of just our bass note on the C here once, we're going to get down, up, down. So, and then we're going to get the picking again. So we've got so far. And then from there, we're going to do the same thing on the G bass. We're going to get down, up, down, and then open G. And then we're going to get our first fill. So this fill is going to be like this. We're going to go on the A string. Open, hammer on onto the 2. I'll play it through for you first. One more time. So that is O2 on the A, and then we're going to get on the D, O2, O, with a hammer on and pull off. And if that's new to you, that takes a little bit of work to get that going, that your notes don't fade off. And then going to reach over to the 3rd fret on the A with our 2nd finger, and then we're going to get the G, 2nd fret open. Cool lick. Takes a while to get it up to speed, but cool stuff. Very, very country indeed. So that through. Alright, The next lick that we've got in here is a single string G string lick. And this is going to go like this once you put it in context. And cool bend on the end there. So what have we got? Once we get up to the G, then we're going to do an up pick on the open G again. Now we're going to go 2, pull off to open, and then another open. So here's the little pattern. I like to think of this like folk music. Dun, 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 dun. It's kind of that sort of thing. I don't know how you mix folk Irish music with country, but I just made the reference, so there we go. So you need to get that going smoothly, because we're then going to do the same thing on the 4th fret with our 3rd finger. So we've gone 2, 4, and then we're going to get a bend on the 5, and we're going to bend up 2 frets to this note. So we're bending. So that's a slow bend there. If you do it too fast, you'll get, which doesn't sound quite right. So you need that slow bend. So that in context. Don't miss that second open G up pick there, otherwise it's going to throw it off. So there's your next fill. The next one that we've got is the one that tends to appear a lot in the verse. And this one goes, so in context. This one goes, we're on the A string, we're going to go open, hammer to 1, and then hammer to 2, so you get a double hammer on. And then you're going to get G twice, open. And then you're going to hammer on open to 2 on the A string. Again, trying to keep even volume between the open, the 1 and the 2. This little fill is just an F chord and a C chord. I think it's in Birmingham, They Love the Governor. In Birmingham, they love the governor. Ooh, ooh. It's that one. Cool. So, there is all your fills. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a backing track to try playing that through. I'm going to give you the full speed one, and then I'm going to give you the slow down. Now what I suggest you do is you go over to Nail Guitar and you pop your details in to get the download, and you can get the download for basically the backing tracks for a whole heap of the other songs that I've done here as well. So check those out. Really quick and easy to do, and you can also get the tab, of course, as well to follow through, so you don't have to come back and watch this video again and again and again. If you want to learn the cool little lick that comes in after what we've done so far, check out my other channel called Nail Guitar Licks. It's all about helping you to play lead guitar, and I like to take little snippets of lead guitar in songs, and that's one that I'm definitely planning to do a lesson of. By the time you check it out, the lesson will probably be there for that one. So check that out as well. And have good fun with it. You know, there's really cool things happening in this. Gradually work it up. As I said, don't get caught up in the little details until you've got, you know, things going solidly just with your chords there. Get the palm muting, all those sorts of things going, and at the end of the day, have some fun with it. So I'll catch you for another lesson real soon.